Hey everyone, this is Jeff from Metal Guy Reacts, back to bring you another reaction video. Today I'm going to be listening to another Tom MacDonald song. This is Church with Brendan Hart and Nova. I'm always stoked when I wrap around to check out another Tom MacDonald song. He always is kind of pushing boundaries and trying to talk about stuff that a lot of people don't want to talk about. And he's often taking a position in a side that a lot of people, I guess, don't agree with or don't want to look at. And, you know, I think he's still throughout all these tunes asking for more conversation and just making sure people are talking. So, you know, I'm really excited to check this out. I don't know anything about it. I go into all of his songs just blind. I don't really look up anything about the songs beforehand. I want to come in pretty fresh. Not sure if this literally has something to do with church, but we'll find out. So let's dive into this. Is Tom MacDonald doing Church.
I need a short drink or a long prayer. I've been sober, but I don't care. I'm so scared of my own self.
Wait, God. He is just infamous for this, where he just fires off lyrics right out of the gate. Like 2 seconds in, he already just said a really cool line, and I gotta review it.
I need a short drink or a long prayer. I've been sober, but I don't care. I'm so scared of my own self. I get no help, and that's no fair, so don't go there. I've been hell and back. I got scorched hair in this Gucci cap. I got empty bottles and a million follows. I regret swallowing the Ativan. Let's be real. I resent the way that I feel. I pretend that it's cool, but I miss getting drunk, and I'm angry that God doesn't help when I kneel.
Whew. There was a number of lines in there about his sobriety that were really good, and about the battle of sobriety, which is like, you know, that's why I think a lot of people that are addicted to drugs or alcohol refer to themselves as a drug addict for the rest of their lives, because it doesn't just go away. You know, you work it every day to make sure that you're not falling back into old patterns or bad behaviors. So he made such a good point there about that.
The way that I feel, I pretend that it's cool, but I miss getting drunk, and I'm angry that God doesn't help when I kneel. I said my prayers. When I got clean, it just got worse. I quit doing drugs and I pleaded with Jesus to save me, but he didn't hear my words. That don't work, it hurts. I went to church, now I need liquid courage. Whiskey in my glass, I take the knives out of my back to stir it. Go to hell and back again, then show you burns to prove I earned it. I need shots of God to gain the strength I need. I'm just a person. I pray on my way to the liquor store that they lock the door, 'cause I'll lay in my grave if the whiskey pours like it did before. I'm scared, I send out a prayer. Can anybody hear me? Is anybody there? 'Cause honestly it hurts, and every day's worse. I keep my...
So right away I have to say, like, this is hitting me hard. I mean, I have a couple people in my family that are very close to me that struggled heavily with alcohol addiction and then drug addiction. And it's just I can't say enough. I'm starting to get emotional. The one of the best things about him is that I think, Tom, like, you're doing this stuff, and it's so hard to connect your emotions with good music and make something true and good. Like, sometimes people emote a lot, but their music's not very good, or their music's technically really good, but there's no emotion in it. And he's finding such a blend of that. And I am feeling his pain of, struggling to stay sober. I can't quite see the chapter and verse here. I see Leviticus 25:49. That doesn't sound correct. I'll try looking it up after this to see if there's some sort of connection to this verse in this song.
It hurts, and every day's worse. I keep buying whiskey when all I need is church. I keep talking to God, but he don't hear me. And my demons are there, always listening. I get lost in the dark, drowning in whiskey. And I went in so far, you say you miss me. I'm on a ship in a bottle, so say goodbye at the shore. Break the glass so you'll find me, I'm not who I was before. Close my eyes in the darkness and hold on through the storm. I'm a wreck in a bottle, I wasn't built for a war. Those church pews, bright lights, whiskey glasses, bottles of booze. Make short days turn long nights. the bottle, the Bible, I didn't know what to choose. I pray on my way to the liquor store that they lock the door, 'cause I'll lay in my grave if the whiskey pours like it did before. I'm scared, I send out a prayer. Can anybody hear me? Is anybody there? 'Cause honestly it hurts and every day is worse. I keep buying whiskey when all I need is church. I can't read.
Before this goes into the bridge, Brandon Hart's part was amazing. It was so subtle, like he was very reserved in the way he was singing his parts. But there was an analogy I'm gonna have to go back through, and I'm getting constant goosebumps. Like, holy shnikes, this is an amazing piece, guys. Like, this is I'm running out of words. I'm speechless here because this is an amazing piece. And I saw, as a more I subscribe to a lot of reaction channels. A lot of people are getting emotional. And I totally see why. Like, I'm having to try not to almost, but this is both he and Brandon Hart and Nova are just all wearing their hearts on their sleeves in this song. And that's what connects with people, is when you're real. And I feel like this is authentic to who they are. I know Tom's history with this. I don't know Brandon's or Nova's, but
I can't read, but the Bible's still with me. My eyes can't see from the bottles of whiskey. I don't believe anybody will miss me. And I'm on my knees. Tell me, God, are you listening? I pray on my way to the liquor store that they lock the door, 'cause I'll lay in my grave if the whiskey pours like it did before. I'm scared, I send out a prayer. Can anybody hear me? Is anybody there? 'Cause honestly it hurts and every day is worse. I keep buying whiskey when all I need is church.
holy shnikes. Like, I've got to give that a 3 holy shnikes. Like, that's just insane. As I've said before with Tom's stuff, I feel like he is wearing his heart on his sleeve, man. Like, that's one of the hardest things to do. I kind of said this briefly in the middle of this as well. It's just that creating a combination of good music, but then also heartfelt music is a very hard line to find. I've met people that, they emote a ton, but maybe the technical skill's not there, or vice versa. You can be a virtuoso in music, but if your heart's not in it, or you can't connect with the instrument and your music, it's going to fall flat. But this did a perfect job of combining the two. It felt very personal to all 3 of them. So I don't know I don't know their past, Nova and Brandon's, but I've heard more about Tom's, and his struggles with drugs and alcohol, but I think it sounded like it was very much so alcohol. This had a ton of lines in it. First of all, the chorus was great. It talked about, losing yourself in the drink and when you really need church. And, for him, it might literally be church, but I think for other people, it could be, church of any faith. It could be finding your place in the universe. But especially when you're drinking, and doing drugs, I know like the 12-step program talks a lot about looking to a higher power than yourself. So getting out of just thinking that, that all of this is sort of internal, that there's nothing bigger going on other than your struggles. And so for people, I think, when you talk about church, I think it's being used a little bit as a metaphor. He might be using it literally for his life, but I think other people can take it as a metaphor of looking for something bigger than what your struggles are, and, looking outside yourself and sort of dissolving your own ego. There were a few analogies. I'm going to pull up the lyrics here because they were just so fantastic, but there were a few lyrics that really hit me. And it was, I think, Brandon. Brandon. It was Brandon who said, "I'm on a ship in a bottle, so say goodbye at the shore. Break the glass and you'll find me. I'm not who I was before." And I don't know why, but hitting me with that lyric of talking about whiskey and being in the bottle, and it just sounded like if he's on a ship in a bottle, like he's trapped, he's trapped in the whiskey and he's drowning in it, but he can't stop drinking. And that's so visceral, and that's such a intense line. And even the one that Tom comes out with just to start the whole thing is, "I need a short drink or a long prayer," sets the tone for the entire song, which was amazing. But it was such a great lyric, and it jumped in like 3 seconds, so I had to jump back and kind of listen into it again. It's, "I've been sober, but I don't care. I'm so scared of my own self. I get no help, and that's not fair." Man, that is such, like, these lyrics, as I look back through them, are just absolutely visceral. Like, you can feel them. And that is what makes an amazing tune, when it connects with your heart and your mind. And I think that's what this one does. So those of us that maybe haven't struggled specifically with alcohol or drug addiction, we have our own addictions. We have our own idiosyncrasies. We have our own struggles connecting to your higher power or the universe or whatever you want to call it. And I think this song speaks to all of that. It had a really nice, again, like, I think he focuses a lot of times on the lyrics themselves, and that's why he weaves such beautiful lyrics, is because the focus is on that. The musical instrumentation was simple. It was really good, and I liked the little simple guitar line that was in there. Created this like grinding and moving feel. But what they do, though, is the instruments are working together with the lyrics to create a full feel, if that makes sense. And again, that's what makes good music anyway, is the feel. Combining lyrics and stuff has to be amazing. I'm blown away, and I'm just sort of rambling. But this one, again, it hit that mark perfectly. It was both technically beautiful and intentional in the way that it was done. Lyrics were beautiful, and then it spoke to me, man. Like, actually, after the first minute or so, I was like, am I gonna break down in this one? It would only be the second song I've ever actually fully, gotten that emotional to where I started crying. But like, I didn't in this one, but I was feeling it for a second, man. So Tom, Nova, and Brandon, you hit me right in the chest, man. I felt that one, really hard. So beautiful piece from Tom MacDonald. Always love checking out his stuff. If there's more recommendations of stuff you want me to react to of his, add to the comments below. Check out my playlist. I will put a link at the end of this video, so you got to watch all the way to the end. There'll be a little card you can click on to check out my full Tom MacDonald playlist, everything I've checked out so far. So add more recommendations down there. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do that real quick. We're checking out all sorts of music, all sorts of fun stuff, like K-pop, hip-hop, rap, all sorts of stuff I haven't checked out, just being a heavy metal fan mostly. And I will catch you in my next reaction video.